When the pros want dead-on accuracy or repeatable results, they make templates. And the templates may be something as simple as this piece of poster board or a piece of hardboard like this. And they can be used to make a variety of pieces and they'll all be exactly the same. Here's some that I made to do a rocking horse. I actually used this piece of poster board to make the template that you see here. Having laid it on one side and flip it to the other side provides a perfectly symmetrical table apron. Now there are two ways to use this pattern to guide routers. The first is by the use of these template guides. They have their advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that you can do plunge routing with them. The disadvantage is that you have to size the template differently depending upon the diameter of these template guides. And an even easier way to guide your router is with a straight bit with a bearing on it. And this one, when it hangs from the router, the bearing is at the top of this bit, so it's called a top-mounted bearing. And with this one, as it hangs from the router, it's on the bottom, so we call it a bottom-mounted bearing. Now, no matter what they call these, either a pattern bit or a flush cutting bit, they're still a straight bit with a bearing on them. Now, we use them to guide a router bit around a pattern. For example, this was the pattern that was used to create the legs on this table. And using this pattern is pretty easy. I did a couple of other things too. I marked which issue from the magazine that this table came from. So if I need to look up information later on, I can find it. I also marked the blank size. I know how large a piece of wood that this template's going to need to be cut out of. I also put a couple little asterisks on here. These tell me that when I used the pattern last time, there may have been an issue in its use. This represents the mortise that goes into this piece. If you make this template first and then cut the leg and not mortise it, you'll have a real hard time putting that mortise in square. Well, here's where the mortise would be on this table, and by marking this little template with that mortise opening, I remember that I've got to create the mortise first before using this to create the leg. Now on this bit, the bearing is on the bottom, and when it is, make sure that your pattern is also on the bottom. If your bit has a bearing on the top, make sure that your pattern is facing up. You want the pattern to ride against the bearing. Now I'm going to just route from about the middle of this down to the edge, and you'll see the router bit take off material here and also cross into this area, leaving a nice smooth edge that there'll be no sanding necessary. Now I've used this template to make all 4 legs of this table. What a great way to make identical parts for all projects. Sometimes it's hard to visualize the cut that this router bit will make in your wood. Here's a handy tip to make that a little bit easier. For a reference of the bit profile, route an 8-inch length of scrap material with each bit. It's a little safer to route when that long. And cross-cut the profile to a shorter length. And now just mount that above each bit on your rack for easy reference.